Nature photographers have the opportunity to explore something special. We're invited into the midst of creation itself. Images of all the amazing parts of creation are just waiting to be captured. It's one of the most satisfying opportunities that I've experienced. And at the end of the day, as the sun sets, as the stars emerge, I can sleep satisfied. I hope you can join me on these opportunities to adventure and to witness the beauties of nature. Well, welcome again to another episode of Wandering Monks Alive. Got Tony here, and thank you, Tony. Appreciate that. You doing okay today?
Oh yeah, not bad. It's only 80.
Good. Only 80?
And, overcast, a little breeze. It's nice.
Okay, good. Yeah, it was almost 90 yesterday here, but now it's 66 is the high of the day. So It's still trying to figure out what season it's in.
Yeah, here too. I mean, I think a couple days it's supposed to be 67. I'm going hiking at that temperature.
oh yeah. You got to do it. I was out let's see, when did I go out? Thursday night. Went for a night hike and went down to a little place called Baxter Springs. It's down in southeast Kansas, right on the corner of Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas. They're right there. So I went down. I was going to do a photo shoot of the Milky Way, and I got it done. But man, it was frustrating.
Just to get the shot, or
yeah,
getting the light.
Everything. Do you ever have a time when it seems like everything wants to wrestle with you?
Yeah.
That was that. I was in the middle of town. Is where there's a place called Fort Blair, which was an old Civil War fort, really more of an outpost than a fort. And so it sits there, and but it's right in the middle of a little town. So you got all the lights. So you got light pollution going on, and I was trying to get past that. I had a way that I was going to take the shot and stitch it together in a panorama. And when I did it, when I stitched the panorama, it looked like it was in a fish bowl. It had that curve.
Bummer.
It wouldn't. I couldn't get it to work. It's the only time I've ever had that problem. Couldn't get it to work.
And the old fisheye lens, huh?
Yes. Now, normally I'll take like 4 pictures across, come up, do another 4 pictures, come up, do another 4 pictures. This time I only did 1 and 1. I think that was my problem. And because I wanted, there's a cabin, a little log cabin. I wanted that picture in the foreground. I wanted the Milky Way coming over the top of it. And I worked to get it. And Then I thought I'm going to have to go back and shoot it all over again, which is
Right.
a bummer. But I did. I found a way of blending them. So I put one on top of the other in the editing software, and I blended them together. So it's not perfect, but it worked. It worked. So
Perfect never works anyway.
it usually not, doesn't it? Except for your stones. I think they're just about perfect.
That's right.
We got another guy that's going to join us now. This is Jordan Thomas. Jordan, I met him through YouTube, and he lives in Southern California. Jordan is a singer, and he has a voice. Tony, he has a voice. So
nice. Well, hi, Jordan.
It's good to have Jordan with us. He's muted right now. Oh, yeah, I think you're muted right now, Jordan. But there you go. Welcome.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Yeah, good to have you here. so yeah, it's good to have him. I don't know. I know that Max contacted me, said he was not going to be able to make it. I think Max is just really frustrated with YouTube, which I can understand that.
Yeah. Get that way at times.
You get that way at times. Sort of like getting frustrated with your camera gear. Just
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I don't know if
my last video, my camera wasn't stabilizing. So the video was horrible because it was just bouncy because I'm walking around. And
but you had plenty
next
of light.
time I'm doing something like that, I'm putting my gimbal on.
Was it your GoPro?
Yeah.
And it wouldn't stabilize.
No. And that, I don't notice till I get it into the editing part, and it's like,
yeah,
I can't really edit this. I'm not even there anymore. So I can't retake the video.
Nope.
If I'd have known, I'd have grabbed my good camera and done it with that, But most of the time I film with the GoPro.
Yeah. Very good. Yeah. Now my little Osmo Action, it's got a little indicator on the front of it that says, if it's horizon balance, HB is what it calls it. So
right.
It's stabilized. Got Camping Cage with us. Good to have him here. Jordan, anything happening in your end of the world?
Not on my end, just here downtown. Just had a good service earlier this morning.
Good. Very good. Very good. Well, Jordan, he was on commented last week about a couple of trails that he was suggesting there in California. Jordan, Tony, he is familiar with all that area there on the West Coast. Anything west of the Mississippi, not so much.
Pretty much.
So, Tony, what are your plans for the next week or so?
Don't really have a lot of plans. Like I said, the temperature's supposed to drop in a couple of days, and I'm gonna do some hiking where I am here in Verde Valley.
Okay.
Hopefully find me some cool rocks. If not, I'll enjoy the hike either way.
Yes.
Hi, Roy.
Yes. And so will the dogs.
Oh,
the dog.
He loves it.
Yeah, he loves it.
He'll out-hike me every time, no matter what. He'll outsleep me when I get back, too.
Well, yes. Yeah, I bet he does. Yeah, I was. Oh, yeah. Good to see Rerun. If you're not working and want to come on here, you certainly are welcome. I was in Branson last week. Went down and took a lady that good friend of ours. We took her over. She loves butterflies, so they have a butterfly farm there that they get the chrysalis from all over the world in, and they'll hatch
that's
these
cool.
butterflies. And they it was amazing. It was amazing. I took a lot of photos. I'm gonna do
You get
something
some
with
good
that. I'm not
ones?
sure. Yeah, I got some good ones.
Awesome.
Uh,
Butterflies are pretty cool. I watched
Yeah.
Don's video this morning, and he got that butterfly just sitting on his backpack, and I'm sitting there going, it's great when you're out hiking around, you sit down, and your visitors are friendly.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh goodness. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find a picture for you that I did. Yeah,
I
there's a
haven't seen
bunch
any
of them.
butterflies in this area. So far, it's just been moths and lots of bats eating them,
Oh yeah, I bet.
which
I
is
bet.
very entertaining too.
Yeah, there's one of them.
Well, that's beautiful.
And that one, when
That's
it opens
clean.
its wings, the back side of its wings are just this turquoise blue. I mean,
Oh,
it's just
wow.
they're beautiful. I don't know if
I like how, most of the butterflies camouflage their size, because the critter itself
Yeah.
is not very big.
Yeah.
The eyes, it confuses predators. And
Yep. And yeah, here's the when it opened its wings.
oh, wow.
Yeah, I can't stay
What
on long. I'm gonna hop off in a
contrast.
bit.
Isn't that crazy? What's that, Jordan?
I can't stay on long, but I'm gonna hop off in a bit. But I'm glad to have been on.
Oh,
Well,
you're
thanks.
welcome.
Thanks for joining us. It's good to see you.
Sounds
Anytime.
good. Touch base tomorrow.
All right. All right. Bye-bye. But yeah, it goes from that to that is pretty cool. Pretty cool. And there were a ton of them. And they even had she got to release some of them. So that was fun to see.
Oh, yeah. That sounds like too much fun.
And from there we went to a place that was called this Dolly Parton's Stampede.
Ah, I know where that is.
Okay. We had you have the dinner there, and then they did all the horse tricks and stuff out in the middle of the place. So she had a good time. It was good to be able to get her out, let her see these things.
Nothing wrong with that. I mean, we did a craft bazaar on Saturday,
Oh,
and took all the wife's jewelry and stuff like that out there, showed it off.
uh-huh.
It was interesting. It's a small thing because this is not a huge park we're in,
Oh, really?
but there were a couple outsiders come in for the look at stuff and stuff like that. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah. Have you made anything new?
Me?
Yeah.
I've made a bunch of new rocks.
Oh,
and
yeah?
She makes a new piece just about every day.
Cool.
She can't keep up. I do it by the dozen, and she does them one at a time. So I'll take a rock, I'll cut it on my saw, and I'll get about 10, 12 pieces, and then I'll just work them all in tandem together, going through the different grits on the grinder and stuff. So when I do it, I get 10 a day, but I don't do it every day either.
Right. Now, do you tumble them?
I haven't tumbled in a while.
Did you get it fixed, or?
No, I threw it in the garbage.
Oh, no.
The machine itself died. The barrel pretty much was wore out. So I'm like, all right, fine, toss it. And I haven't replaced it yet. I will, though. I love the tumbling aspect of it.
Yeah.
Especially now that I can actually cut and shape and do that before I put them in there.
Cool. Very neat. Very neat. Well, I did sit in and watch. I didn't comment, so you didn't know I was there, but the other live stream that you were talking about.
Okay. On
I
Jacobs.
watched that for a bit. Yeah. Watched that for a while. You're right. It is different.
It's a different conversation for sure. And no telling how far it'll go, you know.
That's funny. Yeah. I sit there and I was thinking when I first came on, I almost said, "Hey, Tony, I'm here," but I thought, no, I'm not. I'm just going to sit back and watch. And I was just sat back and watch. I said, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to say anything.
Yeah, we have some different kind of content, you know. That's one of the reasons I don't share it to my channel like I do when I'm with you. I share this to my channel.
Yeah.
But with him, it's just a different kind of content than I have on my channel. But I enjoy the conversations.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what, Max wasn't able to come tonight, and I said, you're always invited, Max. I mean, it's just good to see you, good to have a conversation, good to know that you're still doing okay. That's a big thing. So
I still understand, if he doesn't want to mess with YouTube for a while, do it. I mean, I took almost a month off.
Yeah.
Except for the live streams, I don't mind them, but I didn't feel like filming. I didn't feel like, doing the documentaries and stuff like that. I just didn't feel like it.
Yeah.
I took tons of photos, of course, but I never stopped taking photos.
Yeah. And that's fun for yourself.
Yeah.
And that's what I enjoy that. But yeah, I mean, sometimes lately it started, I was just dreading it. And I thought, well, if I'm dreading it, I'm not going to do it.
I'm shooting a video tomorrow morning, just a quick camp walk around here.
Okay.
And I'll post it as soon as I'm done with it, which I'll film it, get it on the editing, edit it, and then post it. Because I like to post every Tuesday when I'm doing this. And here pretty soon I'm going to be moving fast.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be on the beach,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that'll be nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be gone for the next couple of weeks. See, next weekend I'm in Kansas City with a niece, and then the next weekend I'm actually doing a wedding for my great niece.
Awesome.
So that's
it's always
exciting.
better to have your family do the wedding.
Yeah.
I mean, when I got married, it was family that did the wedding.
Okay. Yeah.
And that was great, because I got a brother-in-law that's a pastor, his dad's a pastor, his granddad's a pastor, and they've been doing the family weddings for years,
It's all in the family. That makes it. Now this one is
cheaper too.
Well, it is. Yeah, it's it works real well. This one's in Arkansas, and I didn't realize, but in Arkansas, maybe it's like this in other states, I just didn't know it, but you actually, even though I'm ordained, I have to register in Arkansas.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I said, okay. So I filled out the documents and sent them in and got it. It was no big deal. But it was weird. It's the only state that I have ever been when I was doing a wedding, and I've done a lot.
Yeah.
But no.
Well, it seems weird because if you can do it, you should be able to do it anywhere.
Anywhere. I mean, that's what I
mean,
thought.
it's easy enough to get ordained enough to do a wedding, though.
Yeah.
Even if you're not a pastor or anything else. Because my youngest son, when he first got married the first time, my mother-in-law did the wedding.
Oh, really?
And, she went through all the hoops and got her license to make sure it was legal. And I thought that was pretty cool,
That is cool. Yeah, that is cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. This great niece, when we first time I ever met her, because I was traveling, I was in the Army, we were always traveling, and then my brother, he said, okay, now here's your great uncles, and he starts introducing all my brothers, from the oldest and I'm the youngest. And then he says, this is your great uncle Dan. I said, no, I'm not. And she looks at me and I said, I'm your greatest uncle, Dan. And so from then on, and she was like 4 years old, and from then on, I've been her greatest uncle.
Oh, perfect.
And when she got engaged, she told Alex, her fiance, she said, "It's okay, all right, but my greatest uncle's going to marry us." He said, "Okay, I don't care. It's fine."
That's cool.
So, yeah. And it fries my brothers though. They get all.
Oh, I'm sure.
But it's
What gets
true.
me is everybody, nieces, nephews, their kids, they just all still call me uncle.
Oh yeah.
You know, I've always been Uncle Tony. I mean, to everybody. And it's just weird.
That's fun. That's good.
But I'll have to try that greatest one on the next one.
Yeah, it works. It's a good thing. Oh, the challenge is when you have so many nieces to call one of them your greatest niece, then you start to get in trouble.
Yeah,
but
you kind of have to do that to all of them.
You
And
have
then
to
you're
do that.
still in trouble.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, she's pretty great. She's pretty great. She's a good kid, and he seems to be a really good,
That's good.
really good guy. So, yeah, I'm glad for that. And then let's see what else is happening. Oh, I got to get back on the road again and get more of these Milky Way photos.
Give them what you can.
Yeah, well, I got 6. I want to do 12 different sites, and
So
I've
you
gotten
do a calendar.
6. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm halfway there.
Yeah. Crazy thing, wife and I spent most of the day figuring out our travel plans.
Okay.
I'll be back in this same spot August 8th.
No kidding.
We've already got our plans going north, south, all done, including some extra trips. I got a rock hounding trip I'm doing with a friend. Got that all planned out. We're going camping with our family, which will be interesting. But, you know, because they're not really campers, you know, they got motorhomes and such, but it'll be an interesting event. Spend a week with them.
Your boys?
And
your boys? Is that it's going to be?
No, the wife's father and one of her sisters.
Oh, this will be interesting. Yeah.
So it'll be interesting. I don't know if the grandkids will be coming or not, but I'd imagine. I mean, I can't. It's a week-long trip. Why not bring the grandkids? You know.
Oh yeah, let them. They'll enjoy.
As soon as that's done, that's the end of July. I'm heading south. I'm coming back because we're expecting a baby at the end of August, and the wife wants to be within range of Yuma for that. You know.
Absolutely. Yep, that's got to be.
Yeah.
Are they doing okay?
Yeah, as far as I know, they still got their jobs.
Okay.
I know my oldest, he's working a weird shift, a nighttime to morning shift. I think he gets off like 10 a.m. or something like that. I mean, I used to work graveyard and I'd get off at 6 and I didn't mind that. I'd go to the beach and hang out till about, 1, 2 o'clock, go home, go to bed, get up and go to work,
Yep.
But 10 o'clock in the morning, it's already hot in Yuma. And there's no beach.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Well, I worked thirds for years and years and years. Worked thirds. Yeah. And you just sort of get used to it.
No, that's true. He doesn't mind. He's counting coin at a casino.
Oh, okay.
So he's counting, a couple $100,000 every shift. That's got to be horrible. I mean, he likes money and he likes counting, but man, that's got to be horrible. Watching all that go through your fingers. So
yeah.
And my other son's running security for the same thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Same place.
We're working for the same place at casino.
Okay.
And yeah, one's security and one's counting the coin.
My goodness.
And those coin counters, they come in virtually naked.
Oh,
They
I bet.
cannot have anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
In and out. You know, they're searching before they go in. They're searching before they go out. I get it.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
said, it doesn't really matter. There's cameras everywhere.
Oh, yeah. I was sure. It seems like it would automate that though. They just
They do.
oh
They still have the automated count, the human count, the automated count, the human count, the automated count. And as long as all the numbers match up,
everything's okay.
everything's okay.
Oh
Yeah, to me, you think you just throw all the money in a machine and let it do its job.
yeah, yeah.
But
That's
obviously, these people don't trust anybody.
no. uh, my goodness, tough business.
Yeah.
Tough.
Yeah, as far as I
Oh,
know, they're doing well,
good.
trying to acclimate to the high temperatures, you know. And I'm like, it's not
Yeah.
hot there yet. They're like, what do you
No.
mean it's not hot? Well, it's going to be like 120 degrees pretty soon, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're
This
going to
is
want
nothing.
another AC unit in your place.
This is you're still in wintertime.
Yeah.
It's
Which we've had a couple days here, almost 100.
oh
And we're in northern Arizona.
yeah. Well, I remember going. We had an Army conference in Phoenix. Well, Gladstone, I think it was. In
Okay.
Gladstone outside of Phoenix.
I'm not sure.
I think so. And yeah, we had a conference there, and it was so hot, and we were going to do, and I was wanting to, I really wanted to want to like golf, so I never did, but I really wanted to, and but we had tee times, but the tee time was 5:30 in the morning because by the time you got 9 holes done,
Oh, you're already
it's
dripping.
yeah, yeah, it was crazy.
I used to play a lot of golf, and the place didn't open till like 7:30 or 8.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, I want to start 5:36.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
like, all right, when you come around from your 9, come on into the office, pay your money, and go on, you know?
Yeah. I was stationed at Fort Hood, and we had a foursome every Tuesday at 6 o'clock in the morning to play 9 holes.
Right.
And that was our PT. But it was on the calendar, on our calendars, it showed up as the Commander's Advisory Council. And our secretary would always get these phone calls from different people. Can we get on that? We want to get on that. No, you can't. It's
No,
invitation
it's only a
only.
4-man group.
Yeah. It's invitation only. It's limited to 4. Oh,
Yeah, I had a buddy that loved to golf with me all the time, but he's like, I don't want to get up at 4:30.
well,
Every Saturday morning, that's what I'd do. I'd go golfing. And I finally got him to the point, all right, we can start at 6:30 or 7. He's like, all right, it's 7. I can get up at like 5:30.
ease them into it.
Yeah. And eventually he's like, oh, yeah, it gets crowded about 7 o'clock, even though the place isn't open.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's why I always come earlier. I could finish 9 holes before anybody else shows up on the course.
Yeah. Now, did you walk it or did you have a cart?
Always walked.
Yeah.
Got to do the PT.
Yep. That's what I do. I like to walk.
I played in the snow, the ice, the rain.
No kidding. You were hardcore.
I never cared.
You were hardcore. Oh.
The snow was a bit much when it got deeper than the height of the ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, all right, I'm done. I can't find my ball. I'm done.
You're in a perpetual sand trap.
Yeah. But it was fun, I mean, my buddy, he showed up one time. It was raining horribly, and he was wearing rubber boots.
Yeah.
And I'm still in my golf shoes. He's like, how can you stand that? Well, I got neoprene socks on, buddy.
You're going to stay warm and dry, but
Yeah.
at least I would think you need some cleats to not slide around.
Oh yeah, especially in that kind of weather, the ice and the snow and the rain.
Oh yeah.
You need traction. And I don't know how many times he fell down trying to hit that ball in rubber boots. I'm like, yeah, did you any good? You need hip waders, buddy.
Yeah. They told me I played infantry golf.
Oh yeah.
I said, what is infantry golf? They said, well, you're always in the woods and you're attacking from the flanks. So, yep, that's pretty much me. I was never good at it. Finally,
I got decent. I wouldn't say good, but I got decent at it. Good enough to keep me playing at least.
Okay. Oh,
my buddy hated that, you know. I'm out there, I'm shooting par, and he's like, I'm standing there all the time waiting for him to get out of the woods or out of the sand and stuff like that.
Yep. That's
like,
where I would be.
Why you like golfing with me? And it's like, it's a game. It's just fun.
Yeah.
You know, whether you're good
well,
or
that's
bad.
a good attitude. I might still be golfing if you be golfing with you.
Well, he started out getting angry and mad. And I'm like, you're just going to play worse.
Yeah.
You know,
we would just laugh at each other.
Enjoy it. Yeah. Laugh.
Yeah.
You laugh, you have more fun. I mean, it's not an easy game. Don't get me wrong.
No, but you can enjoy it. I bought a cheap set of clubs, you know, one of those $99 specials that comes with the bag. And my buddy, he was serious. Now he was a serious golfer, and John was good. So he bought him a new Big Bertha driver. $499 for that thing.
Nope.
And so we get up and we're playing best ball. And John and I were on the team. He gets up and he hits that ball with that Big Bertha, and it was pretty. It sounded nice. That thing flew. It went down the fairway. It landed right in the center. And I took my little cheap driver and I hit the ball, and it's the only time in my life that I hit it and it was perfect. You know, you hear that poink and that ball,
right.
It went past his right down the fairway, and it was hit lit. I had the best ball. I landed in front of him, way down in front of him. When he hit his, he kissed his club. He says, $499, and he threw it in his bag, and I hit that thing. I kissed mine. I said $99.95 for the set. And he was mad. He was really mad.
Yeah, I never had good clubs. I never cared.
No.
The only time I ran across a brass chipping wedge, a really old style thing.
Yeah.
Oh man, when I decided I was done, everybody wanted to buy this thing from me. My buddy, I'm like, it's yours. And he's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, you can just have it. I hold so many times with this little chipper. And he's just like, I don't even know how to use the damn thing.
Yes. Oh, me. Yeah, the only thing that I got out of it, I never really tried to kill the ball, because a lot of guys,
you got to hit it.
Yeah, that's what the guy that taught me, he said, use the right club, use the same swing, hit the ball, let the club do the work. You're just there to sort of guide it in the direction. So that's what I tried. And that worked. But
my buddy, he took lessons and all kinds of stuff. And he's sitting there taking lessons, and I'm over here with a bucket of balls, just smack, 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 smack. He's like, he kept telling the guy who was teaching him, how do I hit like that? You just relax and use the same swing.
Yep.
Easy enough,
Don't get so uptight.
Yeah, don't get uptight, because that ruined it. And me, it'd be 6 a.m. on the first tee, and I'd down a beer right there on the first tee. I'm good to go for a while now.
See, that's the way that this foursome that we had, that every Tuesday at 6 o'clock, of course, my boss and I, we're both U.S. Army. And
Right.
the guys that we were playing with there was a Canadian general and his aide.
Mm.
And so the Canadians, they were having it right off the tee, you know.
Right.
They were sort of like you. First tee was the first beer. You know?
Yeah.
Why can't you guys do that? Well, because we can't do that. We're in
We get in trouble for that.
Oh my. I was stationed in England or in Germany, and I'd gone up north to a place where it was all Brits. And so went into their officers club, and all these Brits, they're standing around me, and what do you want to drink? And I said, I just a 7-Up. No. You want a gin and tonic? No, it's lunchtime, guys. I'm on duty. I can't. And yeah, but that's why we're here. We're going to all stand around you, and if a Yank comes in, we'll just take your drink from you. I said, no, I can't do that. I can't do it. But
you're not much of a drinker anyway.
No, I'm not. But they were hilarious. They were going to try to corrupt me.
I could see that happening.
Yes. Good guys.
Yeah, the buddy I was golfing with all the time, he didn't drink either. He smoked some pot.
Okay.
Like, there's a lot of times I'm like, you better just light up another one before we can get on the course.
Get him loose. Get him
to relax a little bit, you know.
Oh my.
He'd come over to he lived across the street from me, and I'd have a 5-gallon bucket in the middle of my front yard. And I'd be sitting there with that little chipper of mine, popping balls into that bucket all day long. And he'd come over every so often and get frustrated. He'd go home. I'm like, it's not about hitting it every time. You just got to keep trying, you know?
Yeah.
You can't be perfect in a minute.
No.
I mean, on average, you got to do something 10,000 times before you're good at it.
Yeah. To build some muscle memory.
Muscle memory, yeah.
So
I haven't golfed in years, but I'm sure I could pick up a club and throw my back out.
Oh, man.
I keep thinking about it because, you know, all these campgrounds have the little putt-putt golf courses.
Okay.
Almost all of them do, you know. And same with the pool tables. I used to shoot a lot of pool. I don't do that anymore either.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't really care anymore. I'd rather go hiking out in the hills.
Well, that's me. You get different interests, and
they change.
Yeah,
constantly. Like yours have changed the wildlife photography lately, and that's awesome. And I love the shots you're getting too.
Well, thank you. What it's done for me. It lets me continue to be out there. You know, because my back kept going out on me, and I'm a little concerned.
You got to have a smaller lens.
Yeah.
I can see that lens throwing my back out.
Oh, that thing. This one lens, it's a monster. Now I do have. I don't know if I've got it on the camera here. Yeah, this lens. This is much better, but it's
that's not bad. Yeah.
I mean, it's still a 350 millimeter zoom. It zooms out. Unlock it. You know, it zooms out.
Right.
But it's not bad, and that's what I took when I did the butterflies.
Arlene,
you don't get quite as far as the others, but it's not.
You don't need a stand just to hold up the lens. You know, get one of those rifle stands just to hold your lens up.
Well, yeah. This lens is now. If I've got my tripod, it's not too bad, but it's to handhold it. When I went to Nebraska and we were doing the sandhill cranes. You know, there in that stand, you couldn't take your tripod in. You had to
Oh,
handhold. And
that's too bad.
2 hours of that, man, my arms were burning.
I bet.
But
That's why I like the GoPro, but even when I bust out my Canon, which it's only a 200 zoom, because it
okay.
doesn't have an interchangeable lens.
Okay.
It's an older style camera.
Yeah.
But even after a while
Okay.
without the tripod on that thing, it's like I'm so used to just I can hold the GoPro all day. That thing weighs nothing, you know?
Yeah. 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 I mean, I just I went out for a walk this morning and did a video about being frustrated because I was so frustrated with that time with this picture that I was trying to put together and couldn't get it to work. And so I go do this video about being frustrated and then come back and then it came to me, oh, I know how I can put this together. And then took a different approach.
There you go.
And it turned out all right.
You just gotta sometimes you just gotta clear your head out.
Yeah.
Hey Sue, how's your dad doing? I found out yesterday Merton's father was in the hospital.
Oh no.
Yeah. He's all right, I guess.
Okay.
The wife's been texting Sue back and forth, so.
Okay. Yeah,
that's why they didn't do a live yesterday.
Okay.
They usually do a Sunday live.
Yeah.
Which I got up from my nap to be there for her live. They weren't even there. That's good news, Sue.
Yeah, that's very good. Glad he's home. I'm trying to find this this one picture to share if I can
I need
find
to
it.
unload my camera. I haven't done that in a long time. I just take the shots and keep taking the shots, you know.
Yes. Well, this was the picture. I finally got it, and
that's too bad about your light pollution, but that's still pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, it was. I mean, you know, all these lights, and the lights in the houses was one thing, but I was right under a street light. I mean, it just was not the ideal, but it turned out okay. I think I can use that.
Oh, and I like the flag.
Yeah, and that's a period flag for when.
How many stars are on that? Can't really tell in this view.
Oh, how many are on there? Is it 34? That's what I think. I think 34.
Okay. And this is in Kansas.
Yeah. Yeah. Southeast Kansas.
Kansas was established at the time of this flag then.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It had become a state. It was part of the Kansas-Nebraska Act.
Okay.
And but it was, yep. But it turned out okay. And their
flagpole is awesome.
Yeah, it's just an old tree, you know.
It hasn't fallen yet.
Yeah, they put up. It's a cool place. It's really a cool place. And so, yeah, that was fun to do.
Yeah, where I'm here in Verde Valley, is absolutely gorgeous. I've gotten some photos across the river here from where I'm at. But you know, they're still all on the camera, of course. But this hike I'll probably show some tomorrow when I do the Camp Rock around. But the hike I'm gonna do is gonna go across the river and up onto this other side, where it's just a huge canyon wall.
Oh, that'd be neat.
It wrote it out in the layers, you know, just like you want to see and hike in those areas, you know.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to get over there and check it out.
Yeah, like a cowboy show, cowboy movie. Yeah, that's what I love that area down there.
Yeah, and I leave here Sunday, next Sunday, and I'm going
Okay.
back to Golden Valley
Oh,
because that place is phenomenal. And hopefully, I'm spending I think 2 or 3 days, 2 days there, and supposedly there's a place where I can go out and get geodes.
oh, okay.
So when we get there, I'm going to send the wife over to the uh, Kingman Mine store to buy more turquoise, of course.
Uh huh.
And the next morning, I'm going to take the dog and we're going to head out to the hills.
Okay.
I'm hoping, Sue. I'm hoping.
Yeah, that should
Hey,
be. That
Kevin.
should. Yeah, good to see Kevin here, and thank you, Sue, for on the picture, the photo. It turned out good. It turned out good. I think, sort of, kind of. You
Wife
know.
thinks it's funny because every time I go somewhere, I pick up a rock.
Yeah.
When we pulled into the site we're in here, I found a whole bunch of really good brown jasper.
Oh.
And she wants nothing to do with stuff that looks like poop. Because that's the color of the rock, you know.
Yep. Yep. But
But I love it, you know. I think it's cool looking because jasper's a really cool rock. I mean,
yes, it
it's
is.
not the fancy jasper like this one, you know.
Oh, that's neat. I like that.
Oh, never get in the camera, but yeah, this
Yeah,
this edge is polished and this one is not.
but I like the way it's.
Yeah, the layering,
Yeah, the layering is amazing.
millions of years of layering to make
That's
something like that,
amazing.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and that's like 12 pounds. Yeah, I keep rocks over here. It's weird, you know. I got this rock.
That one almost looks like petrified wood.
It is.
Okay. Yeah. That's a neat piece.
Yeah, needs a little better polish. I didn't do this one, but it's.
Yeah.
I found a whole log doing a job for somebody. Their house had burned down, and we're building a new house to replace it.
Uh-huh.
And they're digging out the hole for the house, and I'm over there just filling buckets.
Huh.
I kept that piece, of course.
Yeah. Yeah. That's neat.
Yeah, when we set up our display over at the bazaar, I took these 3 rocks with me and just set them up. If someone wants to offer me a couple $1,000 for a rock, I'm willing to sell one, because they're not cheap. No, the most expensive one is, of course, the carnelian.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty.
Oh,
That is gorgeous. That is really nice.
And this was a 15-pound rock when I started, and that's maybe 2 or 3 pounds there.
So how do you polish the face of something like that?
These things, I have to use an angle grinder and polishing discs.
Okay.
The same thing you would do like a granite countertop or something like that.
Yep. You start.
Yeah, I just go up to about 10,000 with the grinder. Then I put it on my polishing wheel behind me. Oh, it's over here. You can see the wheel.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And then that does the final 50,000 grit polish, which I use on all my stones to really set them off.
Yeah. That is neat. It's amazing.
And that's true, Sue. I never know. I pick up rocks all the time. I'll cut them. And I found one and cut it. And I was like, oh my God, look at the inside of this rock. It was purple, a bright purple. And I used every piece I could find out of that rock and made pieces for the wife to make jewelry, and she's made some really nice pieces out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was gray. It just didn't match. I was up in Quartzsite. I was actually over visiting Merton and Sue that day, and I was out rock hounding, and I'm like, that rock doesn't look right. So I grabbed it and took it home, and the minute I cut it with the saw, I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me. It just had a crust on the outside that was gray. And once I removed all that, I had this beautiful purple agate, you know.
Oh my. Yeah. When
Kinda
Nicole's
cool.
had it. St. Louis for ball game. Oh, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. I love baseball.
I don't like watching it.
I like playing.
I don't mind listening to it on the radio.
Yeah. Yeah, I love listening to it on the radio. That's fun stuff. I just always liked playing. I was high school and college. Loved playing ball.
I never played high school. I stopped before that point. Started running, doing track.
Okay.
It was better for my bike racing, you know. Get me in better shape, and baseball wasn't going to keep me in the kind of shape that running well.
No. Of course, our coach he made us run a lot of bases, but it was
we were running laps.
Yeah. I was always a catcher. I loved playing catcher because I could see the whole field.
Right.
And I'd watch a lot of game video and got to know what the batters and how the batters of the opposing team was going to come up on us. And so I would move people around in the field, and then the pitcher was my best friend. So Doug would throw it where I wanted him to throw the ball. And then if they hit it, I knew where it was going to go if they got to hit it. But Doug was pretty good. He got a lot of strikeouts. But yeah.
I played catcher for a lot of the time I baseballed, but I enjoyed center field.
Okay.
Because I could run.
Yeah.
And I could hit too. So, but I played all the positions. I hated first base.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to play first. I was just always catcher. I mean, I just always thought I liked that strategic look and moving people around. Now, one pop-up took me and Doug out for the season because neither one of us called it, and it was right. You know, the batter just popped it up. We both went for it. I hit him with my glove, broke my wrist, broke 2 of his ribs, and we were both out for the rest of the season.
I never broke anything. I did, as catcher, I did catch a ball to the throat one time.
I caught a ball
the tip of the plate.
Yeah.
Now they got throat guards on the damn mask. So
yeah, but they didn't back in those days. No, I caught it in the throat. Yeah, we were all, we thought we were going to be really tough, so we all had our chew of tobacco, and I had a great big old jaw of Red Man, and that ball hit me in the throat. I swallowed that plug.
Oh, nice.
Never had a desire after that.
Never doing that again.
That was it. It did me a favor.
Yeah, when I started playing softball later in my years, after my kids were born, I started playing, slow pitch. I took a ball right to the chest one time.
Oh, no.
Right up tip of my glove.
Oh.
Yeah, and they pulled me out of the game, and I'm like, why? It was in the left. I'm pitching with the right. I had the stitches of the ball marked in my chest.
Oh man, yeah, that's the way my throat was. I had the stitches of the ball.
Yeah, I did too. It was right off the tip of the plate,
Yep. Oh, it hurt, man.
I did catch the ball because it landed in front of me and tagged the guy from third out, but I was out of the game after that.
Well, that's a good heads up play, though.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Oh.
The guy took off from third as soon as he saw it hit the dirt,
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I stopped it with my throat.
Oh, my. The things we do.
Yeah.
When
we don't do anymore. You mean?
We don't do anymore. No. I was a lieutenant colonel, went to the Army War College. It's the last big school that they'll send you to. And the Army War College would play all the other, like the Naval War College and the Marines and the Air War College and the National War College. We would have this great big competition every spring. And the Army in its whole time had only lost one softball tournament. And that class that lost that game, they were ostracized in the Army. If you said you were with that class, nobody wanted to talk to you. They didn't want to have anything to do with it. But our class, we're getting ready for it. And we're all mid-40s, thinking that we're still 18. And every one of us, you would hit the ball, you would take off for first base, and you'd feel your hamstring go ping. and then now you're lame. And you're lame for the next 6 weeks, walking around the school, limping around. Everybody was limping around. It looked awful.
That was one of the reasons I quit playing as a carpenter.
Yeah.
I caught a ball between these two fingers. My glove, when I was running, had flown off, and I still reached for it. And took out my pinky, something fierce. It worked for like a couple of weeks, and it was like, I'm done.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah,
it is tough to get old. Getting old is not for wimps. It's
easy, but it does not help that hurt more.
Oh my!
Oh boy, everything hurts.
Everything hurts. Things that you didn't even know you had hurt,
or you forgot. That's right. I'm not supposed to do that anymore.
Yeah, those days are gone.
I know why,
Yeah, they're not sissies. Oh my. Yeah, I had a doctor's appointment this morning just for a checkup, and he said, "Now, when are you planning to go to Spain?" I said, "Well, it's going to be in September." He starts fussing at me already. I said, "Hey,
oh, don't worry. I'll come see you when I get back."
Yeah. Only 300 miles. It's right at 300 miles. I think we're hiking. So
I'm lucky if I take a 3-day trip and do 20 miles.
Yeah.
It just don't do it anymore.
Nope.
I love it. That's the worst part. Is I absolutely love getting out there hiking around.
Oh, I do too. But I don't like long. 20-mile hike in a day. That's too much for me anymore. But 10, 10 to 12. Yeah.
I don't mind that at all. I can easily walk that far with a pack on.
Yeah.
Especially with my pack, the stuff is getting so much lighter now.
It is. Well, got no sleep last night. I didn't get much sleep. It was just,
Night Sue. I slept great last night myself. Got up once. Slept 10 hours.
Great. 10 hours? Oh, that would be nice. That'd be nice.
I stayed up till I think 9. So that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Because I've been, 8 o'clock rolls around, it's done.
Hiker midnight. Hiker midnight. Sun goes down, I'm down.
Yep. And then I'm up, you know, as soon as there's some kind of light in here, I get up. It's usually about 5:30.
Yeah.
Today it was 6, so I was like, yeah, that was a good night.
That's a great night. Yeah. That'd be super. Yeah, I'm still, 4:30 in the morning. I'm typically awake.
I'm usually fighting it at about that point. Nope.
Yeah.
Roll over, close the eyes back up.
Yeah. You're smart. That's
if
smart.
I got to go pee at that point, I'm done. I'm up 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes because it's like, I just can't go back to bed now.
Yeah.
I slept 6-7 hours, you know.
After having the Army really messed me up, but I can sleep anywhere and I can go to sleep in a heartbeat, but at 4:30, I'm awake. Yeah.
That's why I love the hammock. It kind of rocks me to sleep.
Rocks you out. Baseball games at 6. All right. Well, you better hit it,
Nicole. You tell Merton to get some rest.
Very good. Very good. Well, it is that time. It's been an hour. That was quick.
Well, it's too bad Dawn didn't join us this week.
Yeah, so I was hoping to visit with him about this latest video of his.
I liked it.
Yeah, they're always good. Always good. But I appreciate you being here, Tony.
Oh, always happy to join. You know that.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going to happen in the next few weeks, but you don't either.
I don't either. I know I'm gone for the next 2. I know I'm gone for the next 2 weeks, and I hope to be back after that. But yeah, cool. I'll let you know.
Yeah,
I appreciate everybody commenting and joining in. It's always good.
Be well, everybody.
Yep. Take care. God bless you all. Good night.